When the band, the Pixies, reunited a couple of years ago, the entire press was raving about the fact that they were using a new business model. They were recording their concerts live, so on your way out, you would buy the CD of the concert that you had just listened. The Tecnobrega movement in Belém had been doing that 4 years before the Pixies. The interesting thing about these emerging cultural industries is the fact that they are very innovative in terms of business models. The whole industry, they have a lot to learn. Society as a whole has a lot to learn from these emerging cultural forms of production that are taking place in the poor areas of the world.
We've all got to rethink the way we do our business. It's not going to be easy. Companies are going to change hands, artists are going to squeal, other artists are going to make a fortune. It's going to be a very turbulent time.
Me personally, I'm kind of thrilled, but I guess I'm on edge a little bit. Like, I feel like I have to hurry up and do a lot of things because I think things are going to change really drastically. And, you know, it's okay if it affects the business side of it. Just hopefully the music won't get screwed up.
You need to take a look at your environment, the limitations of your environment, the advantages of your environment, and then do things which are peculiar to you, and be proud of them.
Clearly, people will not do things for free. It just defies human nature to believe that somebody will come up and they'll paint a picture, they'll do a statue, and they'll just give it away. I mean, there might be a few people like that, but they probably don't eat very well.
Hate to do it, I gotta run.
The copyright maximalists, the Hollywood types, say really strict control will grow the industry faster than anything. But in fact, that's wrong. Freedom actually drives a more vibrant, important economy than restriction and control.
I think the culture has changed. In the 60s, 70s, 80s, it was very much an individualistic kind of approach. And with the explosion of the internet, there's been a culture of, it's like a mixtape culture, really, where you borrow from that, you borrow from here, you make a mashup on video, you post it on YouTube. Everybody becomes a creator by taking pieces here and there from other people. Forget whether they steal or not. That's a reality that we're going to have to live with for a long time. Okay, I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
They're calling you.
I think there's absolutely no question that there's a risk that copyright will just atrophy and die. No one will enforce it. We've got to think about it in an incredibly radical way so that it makes sense.
You can hear people in their songs on the radio right now that sound riffs that sound just like Black Sabbath, more so than me cutting up Bachman Turner Overdrive will sound like Bachman Turner Overdrive. You know, I can manipulate these sources more so than people ripping off chord progressions can, you know, hide their sources. It's the same exact world, it's just, you know, different musical tools.
57% of teenagers had created and shared content on the internet. That's not people peer-to-peer file sharing, that's about 99%. But this is people actually creating material and making it available. To us, the couch potato generation, this is bizarre. I can't imagine doing that. But to them, it's the natural way for them to understand the world and create. Now, you can either call them criminals or call them pirates and use all the tools of the law and technology to block them from this creativity, or we could begin to encourage them by making a wide range of material available that gave them a much better understanding of their past and a much better opportunity to say something about the future.
Creativity itself is here on the line and striking a balance between protecting the rights of those who own intellectual property with the right and the rights of generations of future young and old people to create is on the line.
This is getting me really pumped. This is a Gnarls Barkley Crazy remix from these Brazilian people. Brazilian music is going so crazy right now. You can definitely chop up those beats at the beginning, always kind of looking for the most minimal elements. Here's the beat at the beginning. Copy that, paste that. It's all about kind of making it the tightest loop as possible. So this is their beats cut up. So this is just using only the remix. So right now I'm making a remix of a remix. I'm remixing the remix. So if you wanted to get kind of experimental on it. I think it goes back to the whole folk culture thing when, remixing a Brazilian remix of an American song, it's the idea of passing these ideas down, and, Gnarls Barkley had a specific story to tell, and they passed it along, and the Brazilians reinterpreted it, added their own beat, added their own flavor. It comes back to some guy from Pittsburgh with a laptop, and I'm able to reinterpret the Brazilian version, and through that I think it's just a spread of, musical ideas, I think that's how, right now in this day and age, just the most efficient way of having artistic growth is passing down of these ideas and recycling ideas. So I can chop this up a little more. All right, so here's the chorus part. Let me put that in here. So just that 1 second. Pretty fun to cut stuff up.
I want to thank you for listening, and I hope that I've shed a little bit light. I hope I've shed a... Let's cut that. I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation as much as I have enjoyed presenting it. Thank you very much.